If you're like me, you have a fridge for beer and a battered liver. You're on your own for the liver, but I've got some tips for the fridge. Just the tip. The common misconception is that a full fridge is optimal, but keeping it at about 3/4 capacity allows cold air to circulate, but there's still enough items to retain temperature. So do as I say, not as I do here, as a fridge has to work harder when it's open frequently because the cold air contained within is displaced by the warm air when it's opened.
You're letting the stank out!
For you dads out there, this is gonna seem like a no-brainer, but pop a baby lock on your fridge. It's never gonna accidentally come open when it's latched and let your babies get warm. You're also ensuring a good seal on the door every time, which is good for power efficiency and temperature stability, even with a bum gasket. Different styles of beer have different ideal storage temperatures. You run the risk of accelerated oxidation and aging if kept too warm, and a closed aroma and flavor if too cold when it's served. If you have a lot of different styles in your fridge, 45 degrees Fahrenheit is the sweet spot that will cover most of them. It's a bit warm for your hams, just right for your Pilsners, wheats, and IPAs, and a bit cold for your stouts, sours, and barley wines. So drink the hams faster and the stouts slower. Problem solved. Beers should be stored upright, especially any style with sediment like Saison, certain sours or Hefeweizens, or a corked beer. Yeast settles to the bottom and is not generally consumed. In the case of Hefeweizen, it's up to the drinker whether they want it. It can add a little extra, but drinking yeast is usually unpleasant, just like the infection. If a corked beer is placed on its side, it makes contact with the cork, absorbing a flavor you don't really want. Untappd makes creating fridge lists super simple. You can record information like when and where you bought it from, and what the packaged on or Best Buy dates are. All too often, I've heard the story of somebody forgetting that beer in the back of their fridge like we've collectively done with Brewed IPA. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. First, you're gonna go to Profile, then scroll down to Lists, then add New List, and give it a name because it's required. I would recommend also selecting the option Check in to remove beer, so it will take it off of your list when you've actually checked it in. To add a beer to this list, visit a beer's Untappd page, then go to Add to List, and then you'll select your fridge list. You can add any relevant information you'd like, paying particular note to the bottle date or Best Buy date. Then, when you're in your list, tap Filter, and then Sort, and scroll down to Bottle Date, Old to New, or New to Old. Organizing the fridge in combination with a fridge list also ties into that point earlier about keeping the fridge closed as much as possible. If you know where the beer is in the fridge, you can grab it a lot quicker. If you have any liver tips, leave them in the comments. I'm definitely not asking for myself. Cheers, and thanks for watching. Because the cold air he'll figure it out eventually. Good for power. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, start over. I'm gonna open this door about a million